well. Kill me. This is the reward which you now as king must give to me for picking you up in the bush.
Hey. Picking me up in the bush?
My lord, we have returned from Ipetu.
Yes.
My lord.
Hey, wait outside. Wait outside.
What bush?
No, it's the truth.
What bush?
The bush in Ipetu village.
The bush in Ipetu? It is enough, my lord.
Hey, I must know who I am.
But, my lord, the man doesn't know what he's saying.
Yes.
He has lost his head.
Hey, you come close again.
Hey, Otu.
You see whose head will be lost.
Otu.
Speak on, brother. What were you doing there in Ipetu bush?
Hunting with my master, Ogundele.
And you saw me in the bush?
Yes. A man brought you there, wrapped in white cloth like sacrifice to the gods. Your arms and feet were tied with strings of cowries.
What are you doing to me?
Come, man. Follow me.
Hey. Everybody stay. Nobody move. You too, wife. I may be of lowly birth, but I am proud to know about it. Speak on, brother. Huh?
With this knife, I cut the strings of cowries and relieved you of the pain.
The man is a liar from the womb.
Yes. He's a liar. Get back. He's a liar. Who was the man who brought me into the bush?
I don't know. I can't now remember. But he's a short man. Short man. He limps on the left leg. And yes, he said his late wife comes from Ikotinia Ijekuya Moja.
Of what tribe is the man himself?
He had the Oyo marks on his face.
He's an Oyo man.
He's an Oyo man then.
No. He said he comes from this very land of Kutuje.
Madman. First you said the man had Oyo marks. Now you say he was born here. What are you saying?
You put words in his mouth.
No, the man didn't say he was born here. He said he was working here.
What was his work?
A messenger.
Who was his master?
I don't know.
Does anyone know that man? You know that man? Do you know that man? Wife, do you know that man?
You're welcome back. You're still watching Breakfast Daily. Make sure you are hashtagging and reposting on X. If you haven't watched this yet, did you see the enactment I saw right now? If you haven't watched it yet, then you are doing yourself a disservice because the gods are truly not to blame. Did you even remember reading the book? I did. And one of my bosses and my TV husband, they are both here. I said darling and I made a mistake. I know I will get attacks, but George Quay, my boss when it comes to stage acting. Me pacha kwa
It's what can tell so crew. I'm a couple of time and that scene we said we wanted to use some mats to cover them.
Yeah,
this
we have costume.
Why you couldn't get in there?
George is the director of the Gods Are Not to Blame, what you just watched. That is happening at the National Theatre, and it is scheduled for 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of this month. So those of you who say you work weekends, as I was trying to make an excuse, he just said, listen, this one, weekday day inside, so make sure you are coming to watch. So Thursday is inclusive, so make sure you are going to the National Theatre to experience the Gods Are Not to Blame. Honorable Adote.
Hello.
My TV husband, please, how are you?
I'm fine, my TV wife.
you are the lead character in
Yes.
The Gods Are Not to Blame.
Yes.
You mean, I do not even need to ask. How did you feel? How have you been feeling, especially when it comes to giving us all the beauties in acting on stage that you've been giving us?
Oh yeah, it's been a pleasure performing on stage for about 16 years now, you know, but I always said The Gods Are Not to Blame holds a special place in my heart because the very first theater group I joined rehearsed The Gods Are Not to Blame. And I was the understudy of the lead character back then, you know, almost 2 decades ago.
Wow.
And I never got the chance to play. That was the first, I got to play him in rehearsals and I felt amazing, like, wow, this thing I can do it. But I never got the chance to play him on stage. So life happened, that group dissolved. So many years later, I get a call from him that, you know, we'd like you to, you know, play Odewale. I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill this one, you know. So yeah, when I got the opportunity, you know, I didn't take it for granted at all. I really worked hard towards bringing the best depiction of Odewale I could. And yeah, we were able to create some magic together.
I would love to come and watch that magic.
Yes, yes, you
I'll surely
shouldn't
come.
miss it because it was the talk of the town.
Tell us about The Gods Are Not to Blame, the creation of it on stage.
It is a story that many people know already. Anybody who has gone through primary, junior high, senior high, even tertiary, and you've read English or literature in English or English literature, then at some point you might have encountered The Gods Are Not to Blame.
Yeah.
Pretty much like Andrew, for me, the very first time I performed in a major play on stage, way back in Fansperm School, was in this very play, The Gods Are Not to Blame, and I played his role. You know, and I fell in love with the play at that time, and I've had an opportunity to see it, you know, a couple of times since then. But every time I saw it, I knew there was something that it lacked. There was something that wasn't being expressed. There was something that wasn't being done. Because for me, I think this is one of the biggest and best plays ever written as far as African theater is concerned. So it needed to be expressed in a particular way, you know, and one of the best ways was to get the right person to play King Odewale, and we couldn't have gotten anybody better.
Yeah.
I dare say there are very few Ghanaian actors who can deliver the role like Andrew did.
Yeah.
You know, and it's truly, truly impressive. Then again, when you look at the story itself, pretty basic. It's an adaptation of a Greek play by Sophocles, Oedipus Rex, that Ularutimi adapted and made it very African. And the story is pretty simple. A boy is born into a royal family. The family goes to check his future or what luck or fate or destiny or whatever it is he has. And then the oracle tells them he's going to grow up to kill his father, marry his mother. So human as we are, they try to do everything they can to ensure that didn't happen. But of course, the gods had other plans. So it did happen. And when you look at the script, it's very male dominant, if I should put it that way.
Yeah.
The female characters in there have very small roles to play. But the Queen Ojola role, the Queen Ojola, which also happens to be his mother and his wife, was a very significant and pivotal and very important role. So we needed somebody who could deliver it in that vein. It wasn't just about, you know, the lines are not plenty, so anybody at all could play it. No. It was very heavy on emotions. It was very heavy on facial expressions. It was very heavy on intuition and all that. So we needed somebody with that kind of experience, hence Nashoko, who I call the queen of the stage.
Yes, she's amazing.
And she killed it.
Yeah, and I watching just that few minutes.
Yeah.
She lived the queen role.
Yeah.
She washed off Nashoko.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the character research she did.
Yes.
Is deep,
Yes.
and it showed in her facial expression.
Yes.
I must say, you guys have done an amazing job.
Thank you. And a lot of people were asking, how come Nashoko looked so young, and that she was the wife of the old queen, the king, and then she's come to marry and she still looked young. Look, in Africa, when you are in power, you don't age.
No. And black don't crack, baby. Black don't crack. No way. We never crack.
Andre, like,
Oh, no.
In Africa, when you're
Money
in power,
dey
you
flow.
don't age. Money
No.
makes you look good.
Of
Money makes
course.
you look young.
Good food.
You know, more so when you're a royal.
Yes.
Money is a
Look at our
moisturizer.
royals.
Look at me.
Look at yes,
That's
exactly.
right.
Look at you.
me.
Look
Thank
at our
you.
royals.
Money is a moisturizer.
Money is a moisturizer.
It's a moisturizer.
Sky and kutu.
Sky and kutu. Extra one FM. I was sure.
Thank you.
Hey,
Okay,
it's
so
good, it's
give
good.
us details of where it's happening, the timing, the ticket pricing, and all.
Oh, I think I'll
You let George
I'll
do
let-
that.
I'll let my
Then I'll come to you with what I
director
have
do
later.
It's this week. In fact, 2 days, three days from
Yeah,
today.
3 days.
It's on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So on Thursday, when you close from work, why waste time sitting in traffic?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's going to be so much, and these days the traffic is getting worse by the day. You know, so we're starting at 7 p.m. And if you're a Muslim, you don't have an excuse. You'd have broken your fast by then. You know, they're part of the reasons. We're actually thinking of starting at 5, but it's because of the fasting and all
Sure.
that we decided to start at 7, so they can easily break their fast and also come join us at the theater. So it's at 7 p.m.
Right.
It's just about 2 hours, 7 to 9. By 9 p.m. we're done. You can go home, still make it to work tomorrow, the following day. Then same for Friday, 7 p.m. at the National Theatre. Then on Saturday, we're doing 2 shows. Probably the last 2 shows you'd ever see for a very long time. Because we've already gone into preparation for 2 other
Right.
plays for later this year.
Okay.
You know, so the gods are not to blame. After this showing, we'll rest for a bit.
You have to rest.
Yes,
It's
it will rest
tiring.
for a bit. So we can make time for the 2 other plays. The first one is going to be in June, then the second one will be in October. You know,
I'm
so
up
we
for
need time.
hiring.
Allah. You know, so Saturday there are 2 shows, 4
Right.
p.m. and 8 p.m. And all shows will be at the National Theatre. And tickets are going for just 150 cedis.
Just 150.
Just-
It is
just
just
one.
150
Just
Ghana
150.
cedi.
It's
It
right.
is quite cheap if you ask me.
Yeah. And
If you
Dr.
ask
Mahmoud
me.
Baumia says we should go digital, so we are not selling physical tickets.
Physical kit. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's just online.
online.
Visit our website, www.imagebureaugh.com, or you can also use our USSD code. You dial *714 *11 *21 hash.
Right.
That's *714 *11 *21 hash, and you can grab it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming. We have been speaking to the director of The Goats Are Not to Blame, George Quay. He's also my boss. I have to acknowledge that. And also Andrew Tando Adote, my screen husband. He's the lead actor in The Goats Are Not to Blame. Make sure you are watching it this coming week into the weekend.